Computer, you're on.
Well, good morning. This is Wednesday, the 16th of September in the year 2020. And our scripture today comes from the Gospel of Luke, and it's chapter 7 and verse 31 through 35, I believe. And we backed up a little bit in that chapter, and Luke is giving witness to a couple of folks who had come to Jesus in faith. And so that kind of set the scene for today's scripture. Again, Luke chapter 7. And my reader just left the room, so we're going to wait a minute until my reader comes back. I am Ron Kihara, and I do not read anymore. I only listen. So Anne's back.
Okay. So the reading is Jesus speaking to many people, it sounds like, a crowd around him, which included tax collectors and his disciples and Pharisees and experts in the law. And he said, "To what then can I compare the people of this generation? What are they like? They are like children sitting in the marketplace and calling out to each other. We played the flute for you, and you did not dance. We sang a dirge for you, and you did not cry. For John the Baptist came, neither eating bread nor drinking wine, and you say he has a demon. The Son of Man came, eating and drinking, and you say, here is a glutton and a drunkard, a friend of tax collectors and sinners. But wisdom is proved right by all her children."
So the description of the people that Jesus was referring to sounds, might I say, familiar even today.
Today is Wednesday, the 16th of September.
Excuse me.
The feast of Saint
I'm so sorry.
24th week of Ordinary Time.
I can't turn it off, sorry.
So people in general hearing the call to Jesus, the flute, as he says, and not dancing, and people hearing his wail about injustice and not heeding that wailing mournfulness. And so I take that to heart. And in this current season, for us in this state and in this country and in this world, often we want to find something to be joyful about and to celebrate, and there is very little. So I keep that in mind, and but there is much to mourn, and I think Jesus is calling to mourn with him, and to not only to mourn, but to pray and take direction from him and take action from him. So what I think that the scripture is challenging us to say, you know, how are you responding to the terrible fires and the smoke in the air and the isolation that comes from uh, sheltering in place? All of these are serious challenges, um, but not to be um, dismissed, not to be uh, standing idly by while we let others take care of these issues. And at the same time, um, I'm reminded on the other side um, to find things for which to be deeply grateful for. Ann and I, just this morning, were listening to a collection of wonderful uh, country music songs by various artists. And when you listen carefully to the songs, they are all calling us to the cross and to celebration um, and into relationship with the Lord. And it was just very satisfying. So I literally listening to this music um, in a deep way as an invitation um, to to come to Jesus, it makes you want to jump up and dance. And so that's my word of encouragement for all of us in the midst of a very somber and sobering time. Um, and then let me conclude by saying um, this reference to wisdom, finding victory in many children. I think it sounds like maybe, and some of you can help me with this, maybe an Old Testament reference. It just seems a little bit out of context for me, but also a message of hope. Hope in the wisdom of God, that He calls us into that wisdom. And you,
No, I- nothing to add.
so thank you and God bless.